Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post. Hawk Tuah Girl Disaster as her crypto coin crashes, costing her fans millions. From the New York Post, Hawk Tuah Girl Haley Welch launches meme coin, which almost immediately crashes. This either was a scam or it was something organized in a really negligent way. There are some details known about what happened. It doesn't appear that she was necessarily involved in it. Was she negligent? Is she going to get sued over this? She probably will get sued over this, but it doesn't mean she was directly in control of it. What it looks like happened so far is she was given $125,000 to promotionally endorse this celebrity meme coin, her own crypto coin. People bought it up. It started to go up. This was all like in the matter of minutes. And then people who know how to manipulate the market were able to sell the coin to people as they continued to buy it. It looked like it was a skyrocketing, incredible success, going up to as much as $500 million in value. But then people who controlled a massive amount of the coins started selling them. They bought low when the coin first came out and then sold as the coin was appreciating, and then even as it was depreciating. If you're going to throw money into some celebrity crypto coin, make sure it's just for entertainment and make sure it's not a lot of money. Before the coin crashed, she did an interview in Fortune talking about her interest in it and her background in it and how she got involved in it. It's interesting. We'll check it out. But first, from the New York Post, Haley Welch, the social media influencer better known as Hawk Tuah Girl, launched her own cryptocurrency, which briefly surged in value only to crash in a matter of hours. Haley Welch skyrocketed to overnight fame earlier this year after an off-color comment, that's where the Hawk Tuah expression came from and her nickname, that she made in an interview that went viral. She capitalized on her viral moment by launching a merchandise line and a podcast. Her crypto coin called Hawk hit a $490 million market capitalization value shortly after its launch late Wednesday, according to Cointelegraph. And the market cap is just the value of all the coins issued at the current market rate, taken all as one big number. It's not like one person bought a coin and all of a sudden it was worth $490 million. All the value together was $490 million. But within 3 hours, the coin had plunged 91% and carried a valuation of just $41.7 million. That's a big drop-off. And now, according to Dex Screener, the value is around $27 million. Not so good. Data from blockchain analyst site Bubble Maps showed a small number of crypto wallets controlled the vast majority of the available supply of Hawk. And that's the part that makes it look like a scam. If you're in control of the supply, you can almost set the price. But it doesn't look like she was the one in control of the supply. She just got the 125 grand and she was like, sure, I'll promote this. And she did do some research in advance, but obviously not enough. The fact that so much of the coin was controlled by a small number of people fueled criticism on social media about so-called snipers or investors that buy up vast quantities of new meme tokens at launch. When people are sniping in cryptocurrency, this is what that means. Sniping in crypto refers to a trading strategy where traders aim to capitalize on brief market inefficiencies or newly launched tokens by executing trades at high speed. So if the coin's released and these guys buy them up all cheaply, they control the supply essentially. So the demand comes in, people buy, they see it going up, people buy more, and the people that have a huge supply of it wait to see that there's a certain amount of buying that they can sell what they have into that buying and then dump it. Also called a rug pull, because they're pulling the rug out from the investors. After the launch, Haley Welch said on X that her team had, quote, tried to stop snipers as best we could through high fees in the start of the launch, and said her insiders on the crypto project hadn't sold one token of Hawk. Well, they may have or they may not have, but it's going to take some more investigation to figure out exactly what happened here and who was behind it. And maybe they'll never find out. In an interview with Fortune, Welch said the meme coin was not just a cash grab. She admitted that she used to view cryptocurrency as just a scam and an easy way for you to lose money, but she said she's since changed her mind. Quote, I don't really see it as like a gambling thing, she said. I think it's like a fun way to get my fans to interact. Yeah, this is not the way that fans wanted to interact with her, I'm sure. Coffeezilla, a popular crypto YouTuber, was among those who criticized Welch's token launch and warned the public to stay away. Quote, meme coins always benefit A, insiders, and B, trading bots, according to Coffeezilla. Don't be exit liquidity. From Crypto.com, exit liquidity is the ease in which a trader can exit their position and cash out their cryptocurrency assets for real, actual money. Coffeezilla, though, has been calling out people because some of the headlines associating her with this being a scam and a deliberate fraud, and she was involved and she's being sued, are a little bit unfair. YouTube investigator Coffeezilla has called for an end to the spread of misinformation about viral influencer Haley Welch's recent controversial meme coin launch, Hawk. Coffeezilla said in a tweet, "Can y'all stop these insane headlines? She didn't rug for $500 million, meaning do a rug pull, a deliberate scam, and she didn't profit $50 million. He said this: 1. The team pre-sold a few million to strategic advisors who sold early. 2. The token got sniped. So Haley Welch, Hawk Tuah Girl, is not some kind of a mastermind evil villain. She didn't come up with a strategy of how to quickly make $50 million and then leave the country. She may be more responsible than we know, but people did lose money, and this is a disaster." But that's not what she thought was going to happen. From Fortune, Hawk Tuah Girl Haley Welch launches crypto meme coin, but insists it's not a crash grab. Well, it's not a cash grab for her, but somebody grabbed a lot of cash. That is not something anyone can dispute. And this article did take place before the crash. Hawk Tuah Girl Haley Welch is still going strong. Welch went viral this summer for her off-color catchphrase and has since parlayed that fame into a merchandise line and podcast featuring such guests as Mark Cuban. Now she's found a new way to express a phrase that can't be explained in polite company: a meme coin. Meme coins are cryptocurrencies that, true to their name, go viral among internet communities on platforms like Telegram and Discord, often based on fleeting moments like the right-wing mascot Peanut the Squirrel. In many cases, buyers rush into the coins and the price spikes, sometimes reaching market caps in the billions of dollars, until holders stampede to sell before the value plummets. In an interview with Fortune, Welch insisted that her meme coin named Hawk is not just a cash grab, but offered few details about how it could be used for more than speculation. In her distinctive Southern twang, Welch said she explained she wants to change the public's view on crypto, though her manager, Joni Forster, interceded when asked about Hawk's valuation and legal uncertainty. Quote, "We don't want to break the securities laws," Forster said. "We would say that we're almost like tokenizing, in a sense, Haley's fan base." You would think they would have figured these legal questions out, though, really, before going ahead and launching it. And $125,000 is a pretty good-sized endorsement, but you have to see what people are attaching your name to when you take this endorsement, and of course, really deeply research who you're doing business with and what their reputation is and what the expectations should be. If you have some kind of a coin and there's ways of interacting with your fan base and your fan base can use it to buy certain things or do certain things, that's interesting, and there are people with different applications doing that. I'm no expert in it, but you do want to make sure you're talking to people with a good reputation who are experts in things like this if you're going to attach your entire name and your life to it. In contrast to the more serious side of crypto, where the likes of BlackRock and Fidelity are helping to bring Bitcoin to the world, Hawk will likely find a place in a corner of the industry dominated by so-called degens, short for degenerates, who delight in memes, trolling, and get-rich-quick schemes. The world of meme coins seems a fitting place for Welch, whose TikTok video describing oral sex garnered millions of views and vaulted her to sudden stardom. After her initial burst of fame, she stayed in the news with acts like throwing out the first pitch at the New York Mets game, and through her podcast, which debuted as third most popular on Spotify, which is beyond massive. That is incredible. But when it comes to meme coins, Welch will want to tread carefully. She should have read this article before she put out the coin, right? Celebrities have a long and disastrous history of hawking cryptocurrencies, with luminaries including Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather both reaching settlements with the Securities and Exchange Commission for failing to disclose payments for promoting tokens. And here's an indication that maybe she didn't do enough research. When asked by Fortune, Welch said she wasn't aware that the government had gone after celebrities. Still, in her interview with Fortune, Welch said she's genuinely interested in using crypto and her meme coin as a way to connect with her fans. Her manager also made clear that the Hawk token is different than other celebrity crypto involvement because they're not telling people to buy it, and instead will give free tokens to social media followers and fans who have bought her merchandise. Forster said Welch will own 10% of the supply but will not be able to sell it for a year. That's called a lockup period. Same kind of thing happens with stock. You might be a founder of something, but whoever else is putting money into what you're doing doesn't want you selling your ownership because it shows you have no commitment to what you're doing, and it also puts too much supply on the market, driving down the price. Welch began turning up on the crypto scene shortly after her TikTok video, including the Bitcoin conference in her home state of Tennessee and at Korea Blockchain Week, appearances that prompted head-scratching among longtime digital asset hands. She told Fortune that other celebrities like Lil Pump introduced her to crypto, and she scored an invite to the crypto-powered fighting league Karate Combat, which has become widely attended by influencers. When asked about what aspects of crypto appealed to her, she said it was really a good thing and a good way to interact with my fans. Welch wasn't aware of any specific benefits that her meme coin holders would receive, though her manager added they plan to have more fan engagement around it without offering further details. It does sound like this is just one interview, but it's not a deposition where you go in front of a lawyer and they ask you very difficult questions sometimes to kind of understand what you do know and what you don't know. But I'll say, based on this interview, it doesn't seem like she did much homework or got very involved in this. She comes off as someone who took the money and then just said, okay, thank you, and that was the end of it, and then hoped, well, maybe it'll be worth a lot of money, and then she'll own a percentage of it, and maybe somehow it will cause her fans to interact with each other. This definitely required more research and understanding to be able to say, you know what, here's what you could do to support this crypto token. And so I'm a little surprised that this wasn't kind of figured out in advance, because it would have been part of the message of what the meme coin was all about. Why start selling something if you have a long-term view of what you're going to do with this before you've figured out how you're going to interact with the people who actually buy it, if that's even really realistically possible for what you're doing? It doesn't mean she's a fraud, it just means that this wasn't really thought through. Meme coins have exploded in popularity as a form of social gambling, with Andreessen Horowitz crypto chief technology officer Eddie Lazarian describing them as casinos that are undermining the long-term vision of crypto, though other investors tout them as a way to financialize communities. And when they're saying financialized communities, they also mean monetized communities. Like, if there are people that are interested in this subject and they tend to own these meme coins that are directly tied to the subject, and there's a leader of that subject, such as Hawk Tuah Girl and the Hawk Tuah Girl fans, okay, you can kind of see how you could make money from it because you're financializing it, you're monetizing it, you're exchanging a regular currency for this new meme currency. And now you're a part of that community. I can see it sort of, but don't you want to think through how you're going to accomplish this before you do it? Finally, they say this: Welch and her manager maintain that the Hawk meme coin is not about its valuation, though they would likely get some inquiries from the SEC if they said otherwise. Quote, I really don't see it like a gambling thing, Welch told Fortune. Quote, I think it's like a fun way to get my fans to interact. Her fans, though, might be interacting through a class action lawsuit. If the purpose of this meme coin was to do something that would be like a part of her community, it does sound like that ought to have been thought out before you made this offer of this meme coin. And if the answer is, oh, well, we didn't figure that out yet, then you probably shouldn't have made the crypto coin. At least not until you figured that out. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Always love to see your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another story. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.